Hello. Hello. Just let me know if I am audible. If someone can just give me a thumbs up if I'm audible. Am I audible? If someone can just give me a thumbs up. Oh, great. Okay then. All right. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you Ishika. Thank you Sneha. Okay, Miss Sangita is also here. I shall invite her in some time. Before that, we'll just set the premise right, and we'll just wait a couple of minutes more for a few more people to join, if they do. Thank you everybody for taking out time and joining. Thank you Devmitra, thank you Bharat, Sonia, thanks all and everyone for joining. Before wasting any further time, I shall start and begin. So, hi, Namaskar, welcome, and I am Kavita and I am from the Pink Lotus Academia, and today, as we all know, that we are here to talk about the importance of rhythm. So the purpose of this series is to understand and deepen our knowledge of rhythm, and also this is our first ever live talk show on Instagram. So a little excited and looking forward for your participation and your questions. So in this series we are going to host different artists on different days, and all the great artists of this generation who are not only extraordinary but also brilliant performers. So till the 21st of August, on different days we will be hosting several talk show interviews on rhythm and tal and Laya, and till then we will be conversing with various artists and understanding how they have incorporated rhythm in their respective art form. And on the 21st of August, we will be hosting the brilliant Manohar Balatchandirane for his exciting workshop that's coming up, which will be again on rhythm and Laya. So, in this pursuit of understanding and deepening our knowledge on rhythm, we will be presenting today one of the best Kathak artists of our generation, who resides in Delhi and who also happens to be our esteemed faculty member at the Pink Lotus Academia, Miss Sangita Chatterjee. And before I invite her on board, I would just give you a brief understanding about her journey through dance. So, imbibing within herself the sense of Kathak, of the Lucknow Gharana, its lyrical and sensuous movements, treasure of its scintillating rhythmic patterns and subtle abhinaya, Sangita Chatterjee entered the whirling world of beautiful dance, that's Kathak, under the tutelage of Guru Smt Vaswati Misra, one of the leading proponents of Lucknow Gharana Kathak. An empaneled artist of the ICCR, IWCF and SPIC MACAY, Sangita has emerged as a soloist par excellence and has carved her niche as a thinking dancer whose approach towards the art is beyond mere performance. I paused due to some... Okay, I'm back, right? Sorry for the interruption. So, moving forward, poor connection. Am I audible now? Am I audible? If somebody can give me a thumbs up. I'm sorry, there's some network issue. I just hope you bear up with all the glitches that technology gives us. So, I mean, we have to bear up with that. Okay, thank you, Ishika. So, Yes, having performed before lauding critics and an appreciative audience throughout India and the world, across countries such as USA, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Switzerland, and the list actually goes on. Where apart from performing, she conducted workshops and lecture demonstrations as well. Extending her expertise to the field of choreography, Ms. Sangita Chatterjee had the honor to choreograph for the occasion of the state visit of Bangladesh Prime Minister to India at Rashtrapati Bhavan in the presence of then President Shri Pranab Mukherjee, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, and the entire political galaxy of India. Extensively written about by eminent media publications, Ms. Sangita Chatterjee is currently the Artistic Director of the cultural organization Kalpataru Arts, where she imparts training to the young budding talents, creates new productions, apart from promoting Indian art and culture. So we welcome Ms. Sangita Chatterjee with us for our first live interview session, and we will try to get to know about her insight on Laya, and also the floor is open for the audiences to pose their questions, and we'll try to take as many questions as possible, and we'll try our best to get to an answer to it. So, presenting Ms. Sangita Chatterjee, I shall be sending you a request. You can approve. Hello. Hello.
Hi. Hello, Kavita.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. What about me? Am I audible, visible?
Yes, audible, visible, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Firstly, thank you for agreeing to be a part of this series and always supporting us and me. Also, to just tell you, Sangita Chatterjee is also my Kathak guru. So it's a great honor to have her today with us, and we shall start then.
Yes. This is absolutely a pleasure to be on the platform of Pink Lotus because I'm very emotionally attached with the platform and also with the people around. So it's a great feeling to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you again, ma'am. So, starting with the first question, it's a very simple question, but a very important one, I feel. What is the importance of rhythm and beat in your respective art form?
Importance of rhythm. So, before even coming to art form, I would say that what is the importance of rhythm in our general life? I think for any musician and artist, before even thinking from an artistic perspective, rhythm is everywhere, right? Like, I don't think there is anything which is without rhythm, and if that is without rhythm, that means it is dead. So like I always give this example to my students that if the clock that we see in our house everywhere, it always runs like tick, 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 tick. And the moment the clock is not running properly and it does tick, 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 tick. And the moment we know that we have to change the battery, something is wrong with it, right? So when the rhythm is, somewhat not working, whether in it's our life or anything, that is when there is something wrong about it. So in our Indian ethos, we call it Chandapatan, or in Bengali we do have this aspect of Chandapatan, like when the rhythm fails, and that is when that kind of disturbance happens. So right now also, the moment that we are all going through this pandemic since last 2 years now, it is also a kind of disharmony in the rhythm of the universe that we are experiencing. Right. So any kind of disharmony, we are betala, and that is the time it reminds us, come into the rhythm, be in the rhythm. So rhythm is like absolutely the most important thing in our life itself. The breath that we take, you are a yoga practitioner, you know very well that the moment the breath is not in a rhythmic this thing, there is something internally wrong with our physical attributes, right?
Right.
So the same applies to dance and music, because it is all about rhythm. So we can't really think about anything which is beyond rhythm. So absolutely, I can't think of a word like, we just can't be without rhythm. That's it. Yeah.
Right. So talking about rhythm and the existence and how rhythm is an integral part of our life. So I have a very interesting question which I wanted to ask. So we all know nature is always with rhythm, Everywhere in nature there is rhythm, be it a heart beating or horse galloping or birds flying. So how does nature inspires you to deepen your understanding of rhythm? Like any particular aspect of nature that you draw your inspiration from?
Well, as I said in my first answer, that everything around us, there is rhythm in it. Like, for example, the waning of moon, right? The moon, full moon, half moon, crescent moon, that has a rhythm. Similarly, the entire cosmic revolution, rotation, it has a rhythm. 365 days, how does that occur? Because of a certain rhythm is in the universe, right? Then the entire cycle of life and death is a rhythm, right? Coming back to the nature, I would say a bee hovering over a flower, it has a certain rhythm.
Right.
If you see ants, right? I just get amazed to see ants, the way they pick up things and on a line they follow each other, and what is that? That is rhythm, right? There are many such examples, and I just get inspired with everything that I see in the nature, which reminds me of rhythm. But I would also add that it is at times the machineries. If you go to a factory, you would see that maybe any factories, it has something does the packing, something does. There are other attributes to it.
Yeah. Right.
So that also has a rhythm. The moment the machinery is stuck or something, that the entire pattern is not completed. There is some flaw. Weaving, if you weave any cloth or anything that you want to weave, if you miss out one string out of it, it goes out of rhythm, right? So there are endless examples of how nature, how everyday life brings rhythm to us. So it's just amazing and fascinating, actually.
Absolutely, and it does help you in your composition, in choreographing, taking the rhythm from the nature, inspiring, getting inspired, and it helps you to choreograph your compositions or composing music for a particular piece. So
definitely. And talking now specific about Kathak, Kathak in itself is very much inspired by nature. We have a complete subject which is Parmilu, wherein we take the aspects, the rhythmic aspects from the nature. Kukku, Tharri, Taka Taka, Jan Jan, all that rhythmic aspects are taken from the nature. And then we create a composition out of it. Taganaga Tarri Kuku Takataka Janaka Janaka Katada Jidikita Dalanga Tagumkita Takada Jidikita Dalanga Domukita Takada Taganagada Te Terikita 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 Takataka Terikita Dalanga Takato Terikita 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 Takataka Terikita Dalanga Takato Jigram Tram Tagadumukita Tagadumukita Dalanga Taganagada Te Jigram Tram Tagadumukita Tagadumukita Dalanga Taganagada Te Jigram Tram Tagadumukita Tagadumukita Dalanga Taganagada Te. So
lovely, yes. I think you got stuck, ma'am.
Also.
No, it's okay. Yes. So, all right. So, talking about rhythm and understanding how integral it is for our dance as well. So, as a dancer, as like where music and rhythm and Laya play such an important role. So, I somehow feel that music is also, I mean, should also be grounded in, in creative and intentional technical strategies, teaching strategies. So, and one of the most important teaching strategy is to differentiate between steady beat, and and the rhythm of the words. So my question is, how do you differentiate between rhythm and beat? To be simply put, like, what is the difference between rhythm and beat? This really at times, I mean, as when I started, it really used to confuse me, and I think there's a very thin line of difference. So how do you differentiate that?
Well, this is a beat, but we cannot call it a rhythm unless it. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
It's lagging a little, but it's fine. Yes, yes.
Okay. So, sorry. So I was saying that this is a beat, right? Unless we create a pattern out of it, it doesn't become a rhythm. So if I say, so this becomes a rhythm because it has a pattern. Takita, 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 takita. So the moment there is a pattern and there is a, a synchronized way of moving forward, that becomes a rhythm. And beat is one of the aspects in that rhythm. Like, just this is a beat. Like, as you know, Tintal has 16 beats. What we call in our, language of music, it is a matra. Matra. And this matra can be, half, adha matra, pauna matra, all that is there. But beat.
Sorry, it just got stuck.
Are you there?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yes. So that is basically the difference between beat and rhythm. So there is a pattern of beats create rhythm. That you can, in the most simplest way for students, we can always say that a pattern of beats makes a rhythm. Right? So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So this brings us to the next question. Like, if you can demonstrate or show us some, exercises, or maybe give us some tips. It can be physical, oral, visual, anything that will help us in understanding rhythm and beat, like with more clarity. So some exercises or some tips which can, which we can incorporate in our daily life as like an
first of all, I would like to say that what we do in music and dance is we fill in the rhythm is all about mathematics, right? It's all maths. And though I was never good in maths, but dance has, given me that challenge, and it is a vast subject. Let me tell you that it is like endless learning, and I'm just maybe in first step. So to give you an example, what generally happens is when you give bowls, at times it becomes confusing for newcomers or those who are very new to the practice. So it becomes very interesting when you take a general verses, right? For example, if we can talk about how are you? So let me just play the nagma. It will be easier for me to demonstrate anything. Are you able to hear? Are you able to hear?
Yes, yes, I can.
I hope our audience can.
Yes, yeah.
This is Teen Tal going on. How are you? How? Oh, I'm getting a call. I'm so sorry. How are you? How are? Oh my God. Let me just give me a moment. I will silent. That's why I took both mobiles so that I can. Okay, now I think. How are you? 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 So, how do you create one pattern in the system of, as we know, let me again, as we know that we have the tal system, right? So, tal system makes us a cyclic pattern, right? If it is a teen tal, so then we know that 16 beat is there with us. And how do we design that is up to you. Now what I did is, how are you? Huh? So how are you? How are you? So you can change the bowls. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or ta, ki, ta, ta, ki, ta. So there is nothing like, jumbled up things which is like the moment you dissect the numbers, you can really recite it in your own way. Like for example, I always tell my students to recite 1 to 8 in one go. Like, I'm not playing this because again and again I'm getting calls and then it is stopping in between. So without the nagma, I will go. Ek, एक दो, एक दो तीन, एक दो तीन चार, एक दो तीन चार पाँच, एक दो तीन चार पाँच छः, एक दो तीन चार पाँच छः सात, एक दो तीन चार पाँच छः सात आठ एक. So from ek gun to eighth in one go. So these are simple things which you can practice, and there are more such exercises, like if you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So what you need to do is just keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in this pattern, try to say any combinations of number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is an exercise that you can work on. So take just 4 numbers and do the permutation combination. So rhythm is all about permutation and combination. You change the pattern and you create something which is like 4, 2, 3, and then jumble it up and again change the pattern. So it's a vast subject. There are many such exercises that you all can do. One of them I have already given. This pattern is also there. More I can share any time later. So it's just a continuous practice. That's it. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for answering this. It's really exciting. I mean, goes into my notebook. So coming to, if anybody has any question, can always, ask or write it in the comment box. We can take it up. Else, I'll move to my last question. And like I really wanted to ask this question for the longest time. Being a student, being your student, and learning dance for so many years. Uh, so we all know that since no one is asking, so I shall go forward with my question. Uh, so knowing that dance is a dynamic form, you know, where we imaginatively transform a particular physical space into, let's say, a riverbank where, you know, Sri Krishna romances Radha, or the Himalayas where Shiva performs Tandav, or any particular like a stage where we are transforming it into a temple, a battlefield, or the court of Dhritarashtra, like I witnessed in Yagyaseni. So how exactly rhythm defines the movement in a in a three-dimensional physical space? How does rhythm helps in defining the movements?
Very interesting question. So see, rhythm, apart from having the structural pattern, which we discussed right now, that permutation, combination, and the mathematical aspect of rhythm, apart from that, it also has a soundscape. Soundscape means the moment we put in the bowls in it, right?
Right.
So any rhythm can be done through counts, right? Anything we can do through counts, like the way I did "How are you?" So I said "How are you?" and then we can put any number of any bowls to it. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Like that. Ta the ta the ta ta da ऐसे करके कर सकते हैं. So similarly, the rhythmic aspect is one thing. The second aspect is of soundscape. So when the soundscape comes, then you can visualize things. Like this is very common in Kathak. We always do the ghode ki chal, the horse, riding a horse. Tagadiga tathum, gatagadiga tathum, gatagadiga tathum, gatagadiga tathum, gatagatathum, gatagatathum, gatagathum, gatagadiga tathum, gatagadiga tathum, tagatagatathum, gatagatathum, 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 gatagadiga tathum, gatagadiga. So the soundscape of tathum, gatathum, 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 gatathum. If you close your eyes and you hear, right now I'm just reciting, but when we do it with our feet and you hear the sound, you will feel that there is a kind of rhythm which is being, when you ride a horse, there is a rhythm, right? That soundscape you can, very well hear. Similarly, there are sounds of night flies. Night flies, like that the sound comes, right? So that also we can create in rhythm. So these are soundscapes, right?
I think there are some questions coming up.
Yeah.
So I have one. So someone has asked, Sneha has asked, significance of 6-beat or the half beat in our bowls. If
significance of
6-beat or the half beat. 6-beat.
Why 6-beat? I don't understand. Why 6-beat? But the half beat is. Are you talking about 3? I think 6. That means I think she means 3 pattern of Tishro or Tigun. Ta ki ta ta ki ta ta ki ta ta. So we are dividing that that beat into 3s, like 1, 2, 3, 1. So we did this 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that is how we can do while practicing also. One exercise I gave you earlier, right? When we can 1, 2, 3, 4. In that 1, 2, 3, 4, try to say any number of counts or any permutation of or combination. Similarly, in this we can also go 3 or any counts, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, like that.
Okay, I think Sneha asked significance of offbeat.
Ah, okay. 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 But
Well,
anyways, I gave you.
yes, we got to
Well,
everything.
significance of offbeat is very important only when you understand beat. See, for that you need to understand beat. What is beat? Do, teen, char, ek, do, teen, char, ek, do,
I
teen.
think there is some network issue.
Am
Okay,
I?
yes.
Am I
Yes, now.
audible, visible?
Yes, now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So first you need to practice being on beat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like you have to just go after the beat. 1. What did I do? Beat and then 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is how you practice. It is the basic exercise to practice. First you go on rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So offbeat is also very, very important, but unless you are very much strong on your beat, offbeat will become difficult. Yeah.
I think Shamitra also asked a similar question. How can one practice offbeat rhythm?
Yeah, so
I
this
think
exercise
actually,
is very
yes.
good. And also, like, you know, that how are you, which I gave. How are you? 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 So this also creates that pattern of going beat and offbeat, right? Maybe sometime later I will share videos of this where offbeat and beat has to go together to make you understand where you are joining that. Like in Kathak, what we do when we do tatkar, एक आवर्तन हम तत्कार बीट पे जाते हैं. Terad, 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 like that. So beat and offbeat, beat and offbeat. That is how you can juxtapose and see how what is the difference. So that is the best practice, that initially go juxtaposing beat and offbeat.
Right. Very interesting. I think this conversation will go on. You know, there are so many interesting, it's so vast, you know, and there were so many interesting exercises, so many interesting concepts about rhythm, the calculations.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely mind-boggling.
It's all about
Yes.
calculation. Like
Yes.
I also try this exercise with my students where single and double, right? Which one can I share? I'm just thinking. अच्छा, so एक दो तीन एक 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 दो, okay. So एक दो तीन चार एक दो तीन चार एक दो तीन चार एक दो तीन चार एक दो तीन चार. So when you make single and double, that also creates a rhythm, very interesting rhythmic pattern. And this was in Teen Tal, where what you can do is ek do teen cha, that is of 7 counts, right? And the double goes ek teen cha, 7 and 4. So 7 and 4 makes it 11, and 3 11 will make it like, you know, you're coming back to the sum. So these are all calculations that one can do, but I would always say that calculation is something here that you do, but it has to come into practice. It has to come into the nagma, has to always go within you. Like I always tell in my class that when you are talking, keep talking like this. Like right now I'm talking to you. Let the beat running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now we can keep talking.
Right.
So this is a very, very important exercise for beginners when they keep the beat and still talk, and the beat should not move, should not waver, whatever we talk.
Right.
Otherwise, what will happen that you are talking, so I'm just explaining, if you are not in practice or if you are not rhythmically oriented, then what you will do, I went to, so you will go with your, when the talk changes, your hand will change, your rhythm will, flicker. So that's how you practice.
Right. Excellent.
Is there,
So Shamita says like the high, brilliant concept.
like,
Yeah.
acha, like a tihai, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
when we create compositions and these simple ones, no, like that I shared with you, like 7/4. This is like a formula. Now anything you can put in there. Like I shared ek edo teen, ek do teen char. This was 7. In this 7, instead of this bowl, I can put anything I want because now I know the formula. I will put anything. Takita, dekita, takita, dekita, darida, takita, dekita, takita. So I can put anything I want. And then once the formula is ready, the structure is ready, you put whatever you want and you will reach on the sum.
So interesting. Yes. I just wish we could just keep on talking, but since
Yes.
we are running short of time, any other question? We'll take it up. We'll just wrap up this session for tonight. Anyone has any other question? I think there is none. Someone says such an interesting concept. Yes, I mean, all the exercises, all the demonstrations were like brilliant and so exciting. For today, once again, I would like to thank Sangita Di for really, supporting us every time and for agreeing to be with us today and to come on board. And it has been an exciting and wonderful session. And I hope we can do few more of these, because
Of course,
I think,
of course.
I think it will take, like quite a lot of interviews and sessions to actually understand the concept and to have some clarity. But for today, I think, thank you, Sangita Di, once again. Thank you, audience, everybody who has joined, for supporting us, for taking out time. And the next session we will be having on the 9th of August. And we will be hosting the brilliant Shri Ujjwal Nagar, like a brilliant vocalist. So we all will be really looking forward to your participation, like today. And for today, I am gonna say goodbye. Thank you for joining.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am, and see you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure, and it's such an interesting topic. You don't feel like leaving it,
Actually,
but yes,
we can just go on.
Let's practice in our own way because practice can make us. This is a continuous journey, and rhythm is a vast subject. So
yes,
let's engage in practicing. That's all.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Yes,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Namaskar. Thank you, everybody. Namaskar.